what really pissed me off. How the fuck does that work? Rachel was the victim of an abuse campaign. Hi guys. There's a number of topics I want to talk about, but this one just pissed me off. Similar to the Keemstar one, I just had to react to it, so I apologise that I keep having to push back promised videos. So, Gabbie Hanna. If you don't know who Gabbie Hanna is, I don't blame you. I, for a long time, did not know who this woman was. I only found out about her when she was promoting a scam on Instagram.
Doing a promotion right now where all of their makeup brushes are free. All you have to do is pay the shipping. I'm gonna add the flamingo set to my cart. I was gonna do the bimbo one, but
funnily enough, she told people to manage their expectations.
Manage your expectations a little bit.
I think like well over a year ago, Rachel Oates, who reviews a lot of books, a lot of art, as Gabby likes to call it. Rachel reviews a lot of that on her channel, and she has a love for poetry.
I think the minute you start trying to sell your stuff to other people, you know, it's pretty open to criticism. If I have paid money for your book, I feel I can critique it if it doesn't live up to what I expected. That poetry is completely subjective. While we can analyse it and say this is a good poem, this is a bad poem, they're kind of only from kind of technical perspectives. What you like and don't like is completely up to you, and there's no right and wrong there at all. This video is just my opinion and my analysis based on what I do like and don't like in poetry. It is purely my opinion.
So it was interesting to hear her perspective. Rachel reviewed Gabby's first book. She didn't slate it, she wasn't disrespectful, she was completely professional. The video blew up. People kind of love to hate her because she's a very narcissistic person. She likes to think she's not, but she damn well is. She didn't take kindly to people criticising her work.
And especially in the illustration, I'm so proud of my artwork. I'm so blown away by myself and my growth, and I'm so excited to share that with you. So to show that people will have differing opinions, and just because you like something that someone doesn't like, or you don't like something that someone does like, doesn't make it inherently good or bad. That is what art is. It's subjective. It's a matter of preference, and that's art, baby!
She has recently gone on a huge Instagram story rant.
Hey Rachel, instead of hopping in my DMs trying to bully and gaslight me from your own abuse, you could just apologize. I know that if I did anything like this, I would be called manipulative, sociopathic, narcissistic, attention hungry, money hungry, but that is what you are. What you did was bully and harass me for months, and then when you got called out of it, got super defensive. Like, you literally just ran away and blocked me instead of looking at your own criticism. You can't take criticism towards yourself at all. I've still never blocked you after all of the harassment. You can't stand even the tiniest ounce of criticism. You're a fucking monster. You're a bitch.
Saying that Rachel basically defamed her, criticised her, disrespected her, whatever. And not a single one of those claims is correct. She said that it was Rachel who started the bully train of people criticising and shitting on her book. People didn't like the book or the poetry because it wasn't interesting, it wasn't good. I've bought both of the books secondhand. I couldn't even get through the first one. It was so lackluster. The second one, Dandelion, isn't as bad in my opinion. It was easier to get through. Illustrations were better. There's quite a few poems that I liked, but I was struggling to find a single poem that I enjoyed from the first one. I don't normally like poetry, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give Gabby the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to read these and see, you know, if someone who doesn't even like poetry could enjoy them. Gabby doesn't think that, similar to Alfie Days in this way, Gabby doesn't think that people who commentate, people who review books on their YouTube channel, I guess even the everyday person is worth taking any form of criticism from, because they're not masters in the field. I believe that's how Alfie Days says it.
I'd ask somebody that's in the book industry. I'd ask all my publishers. I'd go to another publishing house. I'd ask experts in writing.
Even though The Pointless Book was one of the most pointless books. If no one gave a fuck about everyday opinions, you wouldn't be able to review every single thing you buy. Everything you buy on any website, you can leave a review for. And there's a reason. Because everyone enjoys different things. Every restaurant I buy from on Just Eat, I can leave a review on. I'm not a fucking chef. Doesn't mean I don't know what good food is. And my taste could be completely different from someone else's. You don't have to be a chef to know if this is enjoyable food or not. You don't have to be a poet to know if you enjoy a book or not. It's someone's opinion. Whether you take criticism or not is completely up to you. You do not have to take that criticism. You don't have to do anything with it. But what really pissed me off with this whole Rachel Oates situation was the fact that Gabby weaponized her fans. As someone with millions of followers on Instagram, she needs to be more responsible with her platform. And by making video after video after video about Rachel Oates, not only naming her but tagging her and saying that she was a bitch for doing things that you didn't appreciate without actually showing any evidence as to what she apparently did. Considering some of the Twitter replies I was seeing where people were saying Rachel did X, Y and Z, me and everyone else who had actually watched every video that Rachel Oates did on Gabbie Hanna's poetry, every single accusation was unfounded. And what's crazy is that not only Gabby sent Rachel her second book. What, was she so narcissistic that she thought that Rachel wasn't going to review it and be honest? After weaponizing her following went over to Rachel's Instagram, falsely flagged her account or posts. Her account got removed from Instagram while they're investigating. And yet, every single story of Gabbie Hanna accusing Rachel of doing stuff she didn't fucking do stayed up, and Gabby's account stayed up. How the fuck does that work? We talk a lot about broken systems, and I've spoken about broken systems on YouTube a lot, but this is ridiculous. Rachel was the victim of an abuse campaign from Gabbie Hanna. Rachel is the one who has her fucking account removed. Thankfully she got it back, and Rachel is pretty sure one of the only reasons that she got it back, she had to make a video on YouTube for Instagram to take any fucking notice. I'm only going to touch on this slightly. Angelica Oles did also mention the fact that women, especially as commentators, we are spoken down on so much compared to male influencers. Angelica said that at some point we need to have a conversation about why female commentators get more shit than male commentators, or why female YouTubers get cancelled for far less than male YouTubers. When a man talks about drama, he's a commentary channel, but when a woman does it, she's a petty drama channel. A man critiques and a woman gossips/hates. Men are given space to grow and learn, but women are supposed to just be perfect from the start. Interesting. I mean, I'm not even a fan of Angelica Oles. I think she's slightly narcissistic herself. Nothing like Gabbie Hanna. I do think she's slightly narcissistic. Even I agree that women do the smallest thing wrong, and as it cancelled, gotta go. But people like Jeffree Star, who have got numerous accusations, Shane Dawson, James Charles, you know, it takes a lot for them to get cancelled. After reading that, Gabby replied to it. Gabby made numerous, I'm not even going to include them, but it was, I swear, my eyes rolled so far back in my head, I could see my brain cells dying. She made numerous Instagram stories, again, speaking poorly of Angelica Oles, saying that she got involved in something that she shouldn't have, that she's narcissistic. The only reason Angelica talks about her is to get views, to get money, etc. The only thing in the world is Gabbie Hanna. Jesus fucking Christ. Quite a few people, especially Rachel, are giving Gabby the benefit of the doubt and saying that she's clearly going through something at the moment. She's having some sort of breakdown again and needs to just get off the internet. I'm not going to make excuses for her. Unfortunately, Gabby has shown a pattern of behaviour so many fucking times that I just can't give her the benefit of the doubt. I can't. If it ends up being that she is going through something, even though she has specifically said on her Instagram that she's not.
Hey guys, I know you like to say that women are having a mental breakdown and blame any type of expression of emotions or defending themselves as being mentally incompetent and clearly going through something. I'm actually not going through something. I'm actually finally not going through something. I actually feel really good and strong and powerful, and I've really harnessed my sense of self.
And she's just sticking up for herself. That's the way she sees it. At the moment, I'm just in a, do you know what? I've seen 2 to 3 years of this bullshit behaviour. You can't keep using mental illness as an excuse. Eventually, you have to take responsibility for your actions and the way that you hurt others. I'm sorry, you do. She hurt Jessie. She's hurt many of her fans who were scammed through that bullshit brush sale. Don't take an ounce of fucking criticism. Majority of this criticism is like 6 months to a year old. I appreciate she's turned around and said that, you know, it's taken her a long time to talk out against stuff like this. And that may be the case, at least in certain situations. But if that's the case, then why did she send Rachel her second book if she was so offended by Rachel's original criticism on her first one? It doesn't make fucking sense. I imagine she's just got some sort of single or maybe even a new poetry book that in about a week's time she'll be promoting. It'll be interesting to see. But either way, stop weaponising your fucking following. Not that I have much of a following, but if you see this video, don't send Gabby hate. This is what frustrates me. She says that she's standing up for herself, but she's 30. Like, you have to learn to, 1, let things go, and 2, you have to know how to deal with situations like this, and this wasn't it. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like. If you didn't, you're welcome to leave it a dislike. I'm happy to listen to any criticism in the comments if you think I've been too harsh on Gabby. I just can't believe someone would attack someone who is so respectful towards her. It's crazy. But that's Gabby for you. She also slides into fans' DMs to try and pit them against other YouTubers, but you know, especially ones who have been sexually assaulted. But anyway, I hope you have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.